John is saying this. We're assuming that it was Apostle John that wrote this. He says, seeing what greater love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called the children of God. That takes us back to Corinthians, the things that God did in terms of presenting his son. And you hear me say all the time, I mean, it's amazing how much God loved us. It would be different if he had several children. But his only begotten, for us who did not love him, did not even want to know about him. And the scriptures tell us that from the foundation of the world, before the foundation of the world was laid, in the mind of God, the Lamb had already been slain. Now that's a God. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have even sent a letter from my firstborn. I don't care how unsaved you were. But we're humans, and God does not ask that of us. Although pagans, at this particular time, they didn't have a problem giving their firstborns to be burned and sacrificed to aliens. Okay. When we go, it's kind of different. You know, when we have our own children, and we hug them, we kiss them, we put them up, we just put them right, we nuzzle them anywhere. While they're infants, we kiss their feet. You know, now we stop that when they get to be a year old and standing up on them, but we kiss their feet, we lavish love on them. And it's like we can't give them enough. So if we understand what lavishing means, we can have an appreciation how much God loved us. And he didn't just send Jesus, he sent his spirit. He sent everything we needed that would express his love. And so John is saying in our scripture, we're the children of God. That's what we are. The reason the world does not know us is because it did not know him. People learn about Christ through us. We're a living testimony. We're a walking epistle. And they learn because we once learned. And we shared that. And so, our second verse in that says, dear friends, and that word dear means there's a special affection. We might tell our children, I love you, my dear. In yesteryear, we used to call grandmothers mud dear, because the word dear suggests a particular affection, a deep affection. And people are, those that we carry in our hearts, we carry them there because they are dear to us. And and our scripture goes on to say, you know, we're children of God, and what will be is not yet been made known. We don't experience the spiritual world and come back. That's not how it works. It says, but we know that when Christ appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. We will see the embodiment of God when Christ returns. And we know what we're looking at. And it just boggles the mind when you think, when Christ appears to take us to heaven, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've told you before when my dad passed away, and he was like maybe a couple of hours before taking his last breath. And he had big eyes anyway. So he's laying there kind of comatose. His eyes are closing, and he's laying down, and suddenly they just pop wide open. He's just looking straight up. Now, I'm thinking he ought to be looking, that way to know that I'm standing there, but he's looking straight up. And I said, I so wish I could see what God is showing you. And I really believe in my heart that before we taste death, whether we're conscious or unconscious, we get a preview. Imagine the glory. I should say, try to imagine. And what God has given us, he gave us through Christ. And when he returns, we'll be like him. All who have this hope in him purify themselves just as he is pure. Who wants to eat on a dirty table? Who wants to wipe their mouth with a dirty napkin? Who even wants to dry off with a dirty towel? We have an aversion to filth. And we got that from God. He does not like filth, which equates to sin. And he goes on to say, and I want to, stop. Jesus, please. But we look forward to the time when Christ comes because we know we will see him and we will be like him. And our scripture goes on to say, all who have this hope in him purify themselves just as he is pure. God don't like filth, and we don't either. Let me repeat myself. What do we tell our children? Excuse me. When we can go wash your hands before you sit down to the table? We got the concept of clean hands. My baby boy. Now, my first, he didn't care nothing about getting dirty. He crawl, climb, he didn't care. That baby boy, he didn't like to be dirty. So when he would go out with his big brother, he'd come home and his hands would be dirty. And he'd come in the door crying. Mother, my hands are dirty. And that's a concept. There are things that we can think and touch that are filthy. They're unclean. And we should not be satisfied with uncleanliness. Our scripture goes on because it talks about purity. Remember when Ivory soap first came out and they said it's 99.9% pure? I don't even know who uses Ivory anymore, but that was what they advertised. And so purity is a concept. When you go to the store and you look at two things, pure vanilla extract or imitation. And although we may reach for the pure, we may look at the imitation. We look at the pure because it is. And anything pure is going to be more costly. goes on to say, everyone who sins breaks the law. In fact, sin is lawlessness. We have all kinds of laws and guidelines in the Word. And when we fail to do that, it's lawlessness. Any law you break. We'll be going down the highway, speed limit 55. I'm saying, why they want us to drive so slow? Here I go, 80. And when I was a young woman, I was foolish enough to see, I wanted to know how fast 120 miles an hour was. When we think back to our youth, when we were young adults, the foolish things we did. And God, that's why we have the same, God takes care of babies and fools. Because sometimes our behavior is just foolish. But he goes on to say, no one who lives in Christ keeps on sinning. Sin is unavoidable. And we're not void of sin. But there's a certain level, we just don't, certain guidelines, we just don't need to cross. And so, if we continue to sin, that's an indication, or more importantly, an assurance. Continuing to sin means we have not really seen God or seen Christ, and we really don't know. Whoever we get close to, we know them. When we're close to our parents, remember when we were children and mama just gave you misbehavior, she'd give you that look. Oh my goodness, that look. And she never opened her mouth, she just gave you that look. And you knew you better straighten up. And I used to wonder as a child, because I noticed that a bunch of mothers did that. Is that something, I don't know how you do that without glasses. I mean, I'm 5 years old, so but I knew that look. And we know what we look like in God's eyesight when we sin, because we know when we sin it. We do know. And in our King James Version, it says, behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be called his children. Now, I might like your children, but I bestow love on mine. Because we love what belongs to us. And so, when when people have several children, they'll look alike. They'll often look alike. They'll look like one of the parents. There are certain hats that I put on, and I look in the mirror, and I look just like my mother. I have to take a second, blink and take a second look. So we ought to look like who our Father is. We ought to behave a certain way. We ought to do certain things. So anyway, John is drawing this attention to the audience to talk about it and teach the love of the Father. Goes on to say, dear children, here we go with dear again. Dear children, do not let anyone lead you astray. The one who does what is right is righteous, just as Christ is righteous. So we're emulating him. there's a certain behavior we need to exude. People ought to be, you ought to be able to look at, how many times have you looked at somebody and say, they just really look like a Christian? Because if we love God, we have a spirit that people can discern, and they appreciate that. So when John is drawing attention to this love of God, he's talking about how much God loved us. And again, to send his only begotten, that just, if he had several sons, it'd be a little easier. But all you have? Okay. Goes on to say, the one who does what is sinful is of the devil. We know that because there is no sin in Christ. Because the devil has been sinning from the beginning. That's why he got kicked out of heaven. Sin was found in him. And light and darkness just don't have any fellowship. You're either light or you're dark. There's either the light of God or the darkness of Satan. And it goes on to say from the beginning he did this. And the reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the devil's work. He is so busy. I was just saying last night to my husband, I said, it's getting to, I used to be able to go to the service station or whatever and run in and get a pack of cigarettes, run in the grocery store. I could leave the boys in the car. You can't do that now. I was saying to myself, they're kidnapping these babies left and right. What's on your mind that you snatch a 3-year-old and then want to sell them to predators, to pedophiles? It used to be, if you didn't have a child, you just loved on your nieces and nephews or neighborhood children, whatever. We're living at a time when a woman loses a baby, she just goes sneak in the nursery and steal a child. Fake a pregnancy. We are living in perilous times where vain imaginations are just running away. And there anything that we can do to make us deserve the love of God. He loves humanity. And it goes on to say, when we demonstrate that love, we have been adopted. We've been adopted into the family of God. And we understand that concept of adoption. When we say we adopt somebody else's ways, that means we take on their ways and make them ours. If we adopt children, we don't introduce them, this is my adopted son, Kenny. Once we adopt them, you got legal paperwork that says this child is yours. If you go to Humane Society and you adopt a dog, I adopted a black Pomeranian from the Humane Society. His name was Pooh Bear or something. And I named him Mink because he looked like a mink coat to me. I have another Pomeranian. I named him Remy because he looks like a glass of cognac. He looks like Remy Martin. So concept of adoption, once you adopt that, whether it's a person, a behavior, uh, whatever, it becomes ours. And so we have been adopted through the blood of Christ into the family of Christians. And this adoption, it comes about through the transforming power of the Holy Spirit. And so that concept is important. We don't just walk up and say, I belong to God. When we really believe, when we really belong to Him, we act like it. This is how we know who the children of God are and who the children of the devil are. Anyone that does not do what is right is not God's child. Nor is anyone that does not love God, does not love their brother and sister. So again, we have certain behaviors that identify us. When we bring our children to church, we don't let them just run, sit here, there, everywhere. We don't. You sit down. The family sits together. When our children, and we'll have them sitting together. Ain't no such thing as I'm going over here and sit with JoJo because he's my friend. Families cluster. That's why when we walk into the sanctuary of God and we see family members, we're glad to see them. Because we know that we're all related through the blood of Christ. So, well, let me read a little further here. Okay, I already went over how we know that we're saved. It doesn't mean we'll never sin. It means that we don't live in it. We don't plot it. We don't plan it. We're careful. We choose to be around. You can't walk with Christ and run with the devil. It doesn't work. So there are things that we must shed because this is, in fact, a new life. So as we go through this, and I wanted to share this information at this particular time when the fourth verse and on. It says, whoever committeth sin transgresseth against the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. Now, we're not talking about the Hebrew law. We're talking about the law of righteousness. And we know that Christ was manifested to take away our sins, and in Him is no sin. So our goal must be to try to be more and more like Him. We're not going to achieve perfection until we leave here. But while we're here, folk ought to know who we are and what we are by our behavior, by our language. And so in our scripture, the issue was people believed that you could learn your way. You could learn your way to Christ. And that's not true. There's a religion that's called Gnosticism. So when John was concerned about these people falling back, into sin, he was concerned because their behavior changed. He says, no one lives in him and keeps on sinning. That's how we know who's saved and who ain't. Dear children, do not let anyone lead you astray. The one who does what is right is righteous, just as Christ is righteous. And so he's appearing because these people have kind of fallen back into their old ways, because John's not there with them. And most of us can say, coming up, we behaved real well as long as Mom and Daddy was with us, but we left the house at whatever age. And how many times have we heard parents say, now look, if you're that grown, you need to be on your own. So the rules change. And the reason this whole book was written is, as I said, because people strayed away. They mixed up the Spirit of God with knowledge. The Greek way was to learn, and they believed that the more you learned, at some point it turned into spirituality. But that's not how it works. You can't learn your way to the Spirit of God. We learn, we get that Spirit only after we accept the saving knowledge of Christ. And that's something we have to hold on to closely. I don't know who all in here has backslid at some point, but if you did, we knew just from our teaching, you enjoy it for a while. And we've heard Bishop say, when I was out there, I thought I was having fun. And I say, no. When I was out there, I knew I was having fun. But when I come to the Lord, I don't come for fun. This is a serious thing. I'm not looking for a ha-ha when I come into the sanctuary. I'm wanting to feel an amen. Ain't nothing funny. Sin is serious because the wages of sin is death, which is why we have the gift of God. That's just so important to know how you become saved. It doesn't mean that we're perfect. And let me just say this. Anymore, you're finding more and more corruption in the churches. I'm talking from the pulpit to the back door. And that is because sin has crept into our hearts. That's why we got to stay close to each other. That's why we got to stay in the Word, so we know what kind of behavior we need. And above all things, our behavior lets the world know that God loves us and we love him. We got to tell the story. We got to tell people we're here because Christ shed his blood. And you know that the purity of his blood was enough. I mean, there's only so much blood in the human body, and he was in human form. But just imagine whatever amount of blood he shed covered the whole world, those past, present, and future. That's why we sing that song. There's power in the blood. So we must behave ourselves like children of God and honor our Father who gave us Christ. And we'll tell our children, now look, you are Johnson. You represent, how many times will our parents tell, when you leave here, you represent me? That's a concept. when we say we're representing Christ, we need to act like it. Okay. Do we have any questions or comments before we close the lesson? Oh, I'm sorry. Did,
You always say, when you was reading, illustration of things that pass away.
mhm.
And when you read that, I heard shake a tail feather.
Oh, yeah, I was out there on the dance floor shaking a tail feather. I sure was.
But then I looked at you, what you had on. But God, the transformation from that, turtle to where you are now, life just
I can't shake nothing now but my hands, and after a while, my wrists get tired.
but I'm saying that the new creation.
The new creature, that transition.
Yes, he said, well, he started with that with the fleas. Now he started when he was shaking the tail feather.
Mhm.
He still, but we day by day, we still growing.
We have to.
But people see your light. Now they can see, oh, okay.
Thank you. When people see us, they really ought to be able to see the light of Christ, because love is light and darkness is evil. Real simple. I don't care how dark a room is, when you put the light on, darkness flees because it can't stand. Okay, if we have no further um, questions or comments, I know we went over. I usually do. I'm so sorry. Bishop, you want to pray us out? Our Sunday school. Oh,
As we continue to bless her and keep the minister, we thank you, Lord, for everyone who's here this morning. We bless her with health and strength, and continue strengthening in the name of Jesus. We thank you, Lord, for everyone.
amen.
And let it be in vain, minister. Praise your name, Lord.
Let me ask this question: how many of us have really old Bibles? I mean, like pages are missing and the cover. What do we do with those old Bibles? It's so hard. I mean, you know it's raggedy, you know, but you just can't manage to bring yourself to throw it in the trash. That's why we still got them. Can't do it. It's just extremely difficult.